So we're going over the homework from Unit 4, Lesson 13, the practice problems. Number 1, if we're going to write an equation, it needs to be in this form. Or there's many forms. We're going to start learning about that after this test. But y equals mx plus b. It starts at 8. The y-intercept, it intersects the y-axis at 8. And then we can find the slope. It goes down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, over 1. So the slope is negative 3. Y equals negative 3x plus 8. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Who said no?
This blue one, or the black one.
I did negative 3 over 1.
Yeah, negative 3 over 1 as absolutely great. That's 2.
Great.
Black starts at 2. That's our starting point. And our slope, it goes up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. 1, 2, 3, over 1. And I'm just looking at the graph. That's how I'm finding it. So instead of being negative 3x, it's going to be positive 3x plus 2. What would be different about this equation I have written in green if it started right here? If this line moved, where would the how would the equation change if it crossed the y-axis at that point? If it looked
Plus negative 4.
Right?
Oh, you're just changing it.
Yes, it would change to minus 4.
Yeah, it would be. Did I just say plus negative?
Yeah, but that's also correct. Plus negative 4 is also correct. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You feel good about this after seeing it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You could do that on your own if given the opportunity again, or you need more practice, or you have no idea what to do
I
and you start.
have medium, no problems.
Okay, good. Whoa. What? We are going to do more practice and good homework tonight.
That's good. Wait for homework?
Yep. Ending class too.
Isn't that pretty, like, jumping? It's like 10 minutes in the class.
The solution to a system of equations is 5, 19. Choose 2 equations that might make up this system. How can we start this? How can we check? Hold on, Jameson, are you going to tell us how, or are you just going to tell us the answers?
I got one right. Never mind.
Okay. The correct answers are C
I know.
and
The
E.
answer is that side.
Let's look at A though. A says y equals negative 3x minus 6. If 5, 19 is a solution, then we can plug it in and check. This is your x, this is your y. Negative 19 equals negative 3
Oh my gosh.
times 5 minus 6.
It's okay.
I'm stupid.
Negative 19 equals negative 15 minus 6.
It was 11 and not 9.
21.
So big brain.
I know. I got it wrong.
My huge big brain out.
Negative 15 minus 6. My brain went straight to. Oh yeah, it's definitely 19.
Of course, because it looks just like 19. Okay,
It does.
so
Or maybe I'm wrong.
the correct answers are C and E.
Yes. Wait, kind of yes.
Let's look at C. What happens?
I knew it was E.
What happens if we do C? C equals negative 7x plus 16. Negative 19 equals negative 7 times 5 plus 16. Negative 7 times 5 is negative 35 plus 16. You guys, as far as I'm concerned, you can still use your calculators. So negative 35 plus 16
Is negative 19.
is negative 19. So you're going to end up with negative 19 equals negative 19. Yes, it is a solution.
Oh, it's up here.
Hey.
Okay, does this make sense?
Yeah,
Ish.
the only thing I had trouble with was 5. Maybe it's because it was
Okay.
3.
You mean E?
We'll get
Or-
there.
Yeah, E.
Okay. Number 3, the solution is 2 comma 5. This I feel like you should really be able to do by now. Are people having trouble with number 3? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you get number 3 correct?
I'll think on it. That's
Can I get something out of my desk so you are making me come in?
Yes. For a service or a check? Service.
What do you do with services?
Service or a check, Yuli?
What do you do with services?
Oh, you might clean my board.
What if you just don't do it?
Why are there
And it just stays on the board forever.
They're taking a check.
Oh, they took a check.
Why would you take a check?
I don't know.
I never.
They're so hard to get now.
I mean, some of these students, like Emily and Ben and Grayson, never get checks ever, so you might do that.
Who's
What?
Ben?
Ben Herget. But some students who get checks on a regular basis, I think it would not be a good
Like
idea.
Brady?
Yeah, he did.
The geography.
Okay, so let's look at problem 3. You can go back and look at this. If you had a hard time with number 3, you should be writing this down. If you didn't do your homework,
Hey, I did it.
that guy.
I did it.
I did it. No, you didn't. I know I did.
You did,
Guys, I think I'm being
This is Cummings. I've done up
Incredibly busy last night. I logged on paper. I don't know how to
2-5.
Yeah, 2-6.
Why do you point at me?
So-
It hurt my feelings. I'm joking.
I'm never gonna so I can't do it.
X minus 3.
Why are we setting them equal to each other?
Because they are equivalent.
This one is equal to y.
And
this
this
one is
one's
equal
equal
to
to
Y,
Y, so
so they're
therefore
both-
they're equal.
If they're both equal to y, they're both equal to each other.
Yes.
Okay. First step, I'm thinking, let's get rid of the 3.
So add 3.
Does it matter which order I do any of that in?
No. So then you
Negative
got
3 and a positive 3, we got 4x equals negative 2x plus 12.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's get rid of this x, this 2x. We're going to add 2x to both sides, so we're going to have 6 x's equal 12.
Then you want to divide that by 6, and then you're going to have 2x equals 2. And you got to do the
So hold on, slow
I have to
down.
get 9.
9 plus 3? Oh, how did I get 9?
That's the equation.
It's in the equation?
Oh, I'm done.
That's okay. Okay, so up to this point, we should all be thumbs up, right? Okay, because this is, that is old stuff. The new
Yes.
stuff is now.
Let's see the new
Now we
stuff.
know that x equals 2.
The new jiggy.
So we're going to pick either one of those, and we're going to say, we need to figure out what y is. To figure out what y is, we know that the x is 2, so we can just say y equals 4 times 2 minus 3. Y equals 8 minus 3, so that means y equals 5. Yeah? Makes sense?
It does.
It makes sense, but there's no way to remember that.
We're gonna do a lot of practice with those. Tonight for homework, instead of doing word problems, I'm just gonna give you a lot of practice like this.
Thank you.
Someone's begging for
And
more
And they're not-
Why?
It's not gonna be word problems, it's just gonna be straight like that.
I think we did, but I didn't do it too hard. Same.
If Ben
But
was here,
honestly, I
he'd
didn't
be
do
really
You
good
missed
at
some
word
spots.
problems.
3 A's.
Are you one of those people who cannot put any
It's like
spots on
3x
there?
is equal to negative
Any
1.
what?
Which is weird.
Okay,
It's because I didn't know how to, like, if, when you're, I didn't know if I could divide it with the 5. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know if you could
You
use
take
it.
derivative property.
So
you're supposed to-
hold on. Okay, you guys can talk about it quietly, but for number 4, that is a big old mess, isn't it? I do not like those fractions already. I'm so close to the board, I can't tell. Are these correct?
I don't know.
But
Yeah, there.
60.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that the fractions have the same denominator, right?
Are you talking about 4? Yes, okay.
So, okay, let's get this 2 taken. I want to get rid of this 2. So we have 5/4 x equals negative 1/4 x plus 21. And then we're going to get rid of this 1/4 x by adding it. So 5/4 x plus 1/4 x is going to give us 6/4 x equals 21. There's a couple ways to look at this from here. Way number 1, and this is what I normally would do. You're just going to multiply by the reciprocal so they cancel out, right? 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 4 is 24, 24 over 24 is 1, it goes away. Yes, sir?
How'd you get the answers from the two fractions?
5 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is 6 over 4. A little bit?
Oh, so you just add the 1, really?
Yeah, yes, it's when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the denominator has to be the same and it doesn't change. Only the numerator.
So the denominator is the same, you just add it to the top.
Yep.
Okay.
So if I'm going to multiply by 4 over 6 here, the reason I multiply by 4 over 6 is because I want it to go away. So it'll be 24 over 24. I got to multiply 4 over 6 here. That's gone. 21 over 1. I can see that this can reduce, and I'd rather do 2/3 because that is easier for me to multiply and divide. So 21 times 2 is 42. Divided by 3, it's 12, right? No.
14.
14. Thank you, Sam.
Good job, Sam.
So we know that x equals 14. Are we done?
No.
We don't know the point. So now we're going to take 14 and put it into one of these, solve it. We'll just go ahead and do that because it has fractions and you may want to see that. To go back and see that.
I wrote it out.
So we have, which one do we want to do? I say let's do positive, then we can subtract 2.
Yeah.
Does it matter which one we put it into?
No.
We know that x equals 14. Somebody with a calculator help me out here. That's why this is 70. I know it's 70 because
What are we doing? Like, what do you want to calculate?
I just figured out it's 50 times 14 is 70. Because 5 times 10 is 50.
50 times 14 is 700.
Yeah, but 5 times 14 is 70.
Yeah, it is.
Divided by 4 minus 2.
It's going to equal
What's 70 divided by 4?
17.5.
17.5.
Right?
Yep. So 15.5 equals y. How do we feel about that? Yes?
No.
Kind of?
I was just hesitant.
It
because I
makes
didn't
it a
know
lot
if
easier that the fractions are have our
But that's
Yeah.
I also didn't know whether I did it 3 times and I wasn't sure if a decimal would have been the right answer.
Yeah.
Either one, decimal or in fact, if this was me, I probably would have done this like this. I probably would have said, change this to 8 over 4, and I would have done 62 divided by 4, reduced it 31 over 2, and just left it at that. But this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, the fraction is okay. All of them, any of them would be fine.
Yeah, I did.
But we feel like if we had lots of practice with this, we'd be fine? Yeah. Okay. Good. And Ariam, you wanted to see number 5 specifically?
Yeah.
Did anyone do number 5 and want to explain what they did?
Oh yeah, I was way up.
I've tried doing it a couple times and then I was like, no.
0.
Well, it was
Yes,
late.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
look at the paper.
Actually, you're right. Because I got 3x is equal to 6x, which is not weird.
No. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
I mean, I just put it as no solution, but
0 equals x? I thought it's not supposed to equal.
Well, if you have 3x's equals 6x's, there is probably a number that you could multiply.
Working on with your math score.
What do you have in that score? You see, like,
Luke, I don't need a dissertation.
What is it to say?
Oh, dissertation is a very lengthy explanation of something.
Yeah, he does that too much. Dissertation.
your mom.
If you get to 3x equals 6x,
God.
if you get to a point where you have it something x equals something x,
Mm-hmm.
then that means there is a solution. When everything cancels out or two things equal the same, that's when there's either no solutions or many solutions. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
So they did the distributive property first and then divided by 5. If you're going to divide by 5 if you're going to do, get rid of the 5 first, you're going to multiply both sides by 5. You undo this by multiplying this side by 5 and it cancels. You multiply this side by 5 and it gets 15.
Okay, so when you say multiply both sides by 5, you're doing it to like itself, and then which part, you only do it to the outside of those parentheses?
Yes.
Okay, why couldn't you divide it, the 5 with the outside too? So it'd be like 3x minus.
Because you'd have to divide this side by 5.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could, but. And then what does it say to this one, to do the parentheses first? Oh no, to find it. So once you find out that x is 0, you plug in 0 for the x's.
Oh, that was an option.
Well, it says check and see.
And then, but it ends with -9 and -9, so.
Yes. So this one you're checking to see if it's a solution. And if you're checking to see if it's a solution, you want to end up that both sides are
Oh,
balanced.
yes, yeah.
So that is it. If you were to check a solution and plug 0 in and somehow this is +9 and -9, that means that 0 is not making it true, so it's not a solution. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next lesson. I know that you're uncomfortable and you want more practice.
Yes.
You will be able to do the next lesson and you will get more practice both.
Thank
If you can kind of stay in this uncomfortable situation for a minute, I have you. Very good. So let's look at the next section. This is solving more systems. Okay? I want you to go ahead and solve these 3 equations, these 3 systems mentally.
Oh, great.
Can I write the answer down?
Yeah, you can write these down. Go ahead. I want you to go. Lily, I want you to hear you.
Is this last one?
No. These answers should be written in an ordered pair, x, comma, y.
Yeah, so x, comma y would be 8.
Excuse me. Okay. So, I have a question. So this is
The x is 5, and the y is -2.
sorry, I did not.
Recall that when you have an ordered pair, it's written like x, comma, y.
And then you can keep it for the couple.
So for this one, the x is 5, right?
Four.
And you put the x in, and then the y is going to be
-2.
-2.
Wow, the third one's actually really easy. It just tells you the answer.
They're all easy.
Straight up.
If you don't have it written down like
Jameson,
that,
that's an opinion.
Jameson, how dare you?
Dissertation.
where's your answer?
Oh, right here.
I like a good paper, it looks better.
It really doesn't though.
Yes, it does.
It's just because language
Nobody.
art's so boring.
No, Luke, it's entertaining.
I know, right?
What do you mean? Blue Brothers you look fun, not boring, entertaining. I love doing the work class ever.
Yeah.
I never
I'm so ready to learn about a girl who's a slave.
Yeah,
It's
me
so
too.
fun.
I love it.
riveting stuff.
I love my guys.
Read 5 chapters a weekend.
Like, bro, look, he eat lunch, terrible time. No.
Okay, wait. So what I-
Language
We
arts.
gotta say though, that recess is
Okay.
so bad.
It is.
So, class.
Now you're joking, recess is horrible.
A common mistake that I'm seeing,
Turn around, please, Luke.
It's 1.
Man.
No.
a common mistake I'm,
It's 1 plus 2.
Ariam. A common mistake I'm seeing is that the y is 4, but you need to make sure that you put that y, the 4 in for the y, not the x. So that y is a 4, so the x needs to be 1. The answer is 1 comma 4.
That's cool.
And then this one,
That's just straight up.
it just straight up tells you
Straight up.
8 comma negative 11. What does that mean? That if you were graphing this,
I don't want
the
that.
x would be 8
You're a detail job.
and the y would be 11.
No. It's negative 11. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Detailed drawings, but not details. 8 comma negative 11 is right there. So there would only be one solution, but those are lines with no slope.
Here.
Okay, how do we feel about that?
Fine.
So far, so good? I want you to take about 20 to 30 seconds and to find a partner to work with.
Nathan, or no, Tommy.
Sure?
You want me to do part?
Yeah.
Tommy.
Sure?
Or Mike.
Do you need me to partner you up?
Yes. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I don't care.
So go ahead and physically take your stuff and stand up. Make sure that you have your own workspace. You're not sharing a desk or workspace with somebody because, you know, COVID.
Say, I want you to leave. Fine, baby, we're going over to your seat. You need me.
Luke, why don't we work together?
And so, dang it, it was called you Ben. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, my parents do it all the time.
think somebody's singing?
Sorry, Ben.
So,
You're not wrong.
Which one are we doing? All of them?
class, nope.
Why?
The directions say, work
As long as it's
Okay, Luke,
Holy
get over here.
without solving.
Oh, wow.
Without solving, identify 3 systems that would be the least difficult for you to solve, and 3 systems that you think would be the most difficult to solve. Okay? Choose 4.
4? I thought it said 3.
Choose. Well, I was reading number 2. Oh, there is a number 2? Yeah, there is a number 2. So number 2, you're going to choose 4 to solve. But first, I want you to find 3 that you think would be least difficult and most difficult.
Okay, let's do the least difficult.
No, square,
Yeah, or you could just put an L.
One.
circle,
Or easy and hard.
The least difficult would be A, and
Grass.
A, E, and G is the
Squares.
easiest. Then the hardest is C.
Circle with A, square on.
Easiest or G, not H.
Well, I circle. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when you're done, and then you can look at your hardest and my hardest and left hand. Solve the same equations. Alright, so the easiest one, C looks hard.
No, okay, then I'll go first.
It doesn't look hard.
Dorian.
No, it's like this.
47.
Okay, wait, let's do this. You're gonna draw, you're gonna do I, it's the easiest one.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
actually the hardest.
Let's go.
You lied.
This is Tommy. Fuck Tommy.
Yeah, it does.
Tommy be like, fuck Tommy. It's not coming out of his nose.
Yes, it's just a Okay, well, obviously I'm not doing
Okay, so once you find 3 of each, the next problem says to choose 4 to solve, 2 from your easy and 2 from your hard. Okay.
For hard, we're gonna do.
If anybody wants graph paper to graph, I have some.
Try to do what you're doing.
Okay.
I mean, A should be easy, right?
It's for you.
So I want you to pick 3 easy.
Can I have some?
I need water.
Can you give me a graph? Actually, I have it to watch.
End of the day.
Dude, why does graph paper have this one?
You know, at the end of the day, you have like a
Who would win? Superman or Thanos?
Your mom.
I'm like well, most of it.
You're not. You're just having a hard time focusing your mind.
Yeah, they pulled me
Batman, which is rich money. Batman was the worst superhero. He had
He's
no
not even a superhero. He's the power of anything.
He literally just had money and just dressed up like a black.
Black? Black kid?
Black bat. It was like a whole. Doctor, that's not mine. That's so nice.
Okay, let's do A and C as these ones. They are pretty easy.
Maybe better you do it.
Mine is a 40.
You're gonna get kicked in the
Which is it?
Are you dying?
Do I have to write all those numbers?
Thank you guys.
Negative 20. Negative 20. Plus 6. Negative 20. 6. Negative 14.
What do you want me to write?
And negative 14. With a beat stick.
I'm too lazy to write all the numbers.
Wait, you know the actual thing that sounds out? The actual words right now?
Yeah, that song. That's not it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, stop drinking water.
Minus 4.
Your body can only hold 60 ounces of water every hour.
Yeah, sure you did, Logan. Yeah, sure you did, Logan. I think you're so cool. Scrub killer.
Is that why?
Nathan, get your iPad and go to the group chat.
Look at it.
Have you seen that one too? TikTok where like these guys sing in the car and it's
What's 11 divided by
It's not actually supposed to be 7. What's the weather?
No, this is not.
Rosemount, Minnesota.
Yeah, we just won.
39 degrees on Friday, 2 miles per hour, 67
Yeah. Jameson, which one's easier? I okay.
Mom,
I'm gonna go over that right now. Hey, class. Class. Has anybody tried to do G? Okay, let's take a look at G. So I want you to work along with me, Bethel and Miriam. Bethel and Miriam, I want you guys to work along with me for G. Okay. Tommy, Logan. I want everyone to work along with me for G. Okay. So we have
Equals 8.
x equals negative 2y plus 56. And we have y equals 3x. The discussions around the room makes me feel like you're not paying attention.
We are paying.
Why not? Why aren't they paying attention, Miss Hines?
Lily, Gina. Shoot, Ella, I don't know why I call you Gina.
Come on, Gina.
I did.
I'm gonna call you Gina.
You should have called Ella something like that.
Okay,
Gina.
class. I need you to stop talking in 5, stop talking in 4, stop talking in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here we have a situation where, Leah,
Come on,
I already asked you to stop talking.
do better.
We know that y equals 3x, right? Here's a y. We can just take this and put it in for the y. Because they're equal to each other, right? Y equals to 3x? Yeah? So we could just take this 3x and plug it in for that y. And then we would have x equals negative 2. Instead of y, we're going to put 3x plus 56. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Like you're following what I did. Okay. This is called substitution. What is a situation that you guys are very familiar with the word substitution?
Substitution due to.
What? I am proud of you.
You can't read that far.
What?
Like, if they give you a y,
You multiply it.
or, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's an x or y.
No, it doesn't.
But then, if they give you a.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Leah has a legitimate question. Can you guys please stop whatever side conversation this is? Go ahead, Leah.
Wait, were you asking what substitution means?
Yeah, I was asking, what do you know? What situations are you familiar with that has about the word substitution?
When you're substituting.
Substituting like what?
Like, if they give you negative 3 for
You're
x, and you put it
substituting
negative 3
something
into
out of
x.
your life. Like, I'm gonna substitute, like, teacher, a substitute teacher.
A substitute teacher?
Oh, yeah.
A different sandwich.
a different sandwich.
I'm gonna substitute this sandwich out for a bacon and
Like a
salami.
new player?
A new
I've
player.
actually had that.
Logan gets tired, so we're gonna put some fresh legs in.
Or maybe he's
Jameson,
just
there
fat.
you go.
Jameson.
Go score.
Yeah, Jameson gets substituted.
No, Logan's tired. You get out.
My starters are better.
He's a starter.
This is Cummings is going on vacation. She's out, and she's a substitute teacher.
And she wishes she could substitute her students.
Class.
Yes.
Okay, come back to me. How would we finish this, Tommy? How would we finish this, Tommy? How would we finish this right here? Take a look.
You would finish it.
What I've done so far is I've taken the 3x and I put in for y. So now I have x equals minus 6x plus 56. What's my next step, Tommy? Hold on, Tommy.
He's talking.
Cover your mouth.
His mask is down. He's spreading COVID.
You're not.
Jameson.
Yeah.
He wants his hero back.
Tommy,
I'm okay,
you
guys.
had some time to think here?
I don't
What are we
care.
gonna do?
Hope you die.
I have a question.
Divide.
No.
Pickle.
I don't know.
No.
What do you want me to do, Jameson?
Subtract by 58.
Subtract by whatever Jameson said.
Nathan, you have something to add to this?
No, just to clarify something.
Yeah.
So the first step, what you did is you substituted the 3x from the y.
Yep.
Oh, you want to add the -6x to that?
Hold on, then Nathan, yes. It says that y is the same as 3x. So I can just say, oh, I don't want that y. Give me a 3x instead.
Okay, so like,
We're gonna do,
so, you can only substitute it if like y equals it.
yep. So then, Logan, yes, we're gonna add 6 to this side.
Actually, lose.
So 7x equals 56. I think some people might be going back and watching this
Now
tonight.
you're going to divide.
By 8.
You
By 7,
have the option.
I said a random number.
x equals 8.
Wait, I got that right.
No, you
didn't.
Yes.
Look, it's easy math.
Uh,
Just divide.
Wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. I accidentally did, for when I was doing it in my head, I had 6x and then I still got the same answer.
Miss Cummings, look at my math I did.
You did, wait.
3x.
I did all of this.
That was right next to me.
If you can hear my voice cut once. You can hear my voice cut twice. So we're gonna take this 8x. 8 equals x, right? So y is equal to 3 x's. Y equals 24. Yes? No? Maybe?
Possibly. Yeah, I think that is correct.
I got it. I followed you, but need more practice. I'm so lost.
We're basically working on this out.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that.
And if you didn't give me a thumbs up or down at all, like just going to assume you just aren't listening. I know.
What if I got my brain and then used it?
Okay, I want you to look at 4.3 real quick. 5 does not equal 7.
How can you read off the less than 2028 page?
Dude, let him through.
I don't know.
Let's see that.
Okay, let's look at 14.3. What was that?
Do you want to athlete? Because that one really hard.
That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense.
Wait a
Okay.
Don't stop now.
Okay, so those of you that are with me,
Yeah.
it says that Tyler was looking at this system of equations. X plus y equals 5 and x plus y equals 7.
Hey, where is that?
And Tyler says, just by looking at this system, okay, I'm just,
It's Cummings. Where is that? It's not on our sheet.
Yes, it is. One's under 14.
It's just coming. Where is that?
It's right here. It's page 2.
No, it's not.
What's
It's
your
right in
writing
there.
down?
I'm writing down names of people who I cannot stop talking so that I can give checks later on today. Because I'm tired of fighting to be heard. Like I was saying, Tyler looked at those systems and he said just by looking at the systems I can see it has no solution. If you add two numbers, the sum can't be equal to two different numbers.
Yes. Well, it depends. What?
If you add two numbers, you can't add these two numbers and get 5 and add the same two numbers and also get 7.
And in the same order.
Even then. Do you agree with that? Why or not? Talk with your partner.
Okay, I don't agree with this because it kind of seems like a trusting guy. You can trust him.
Yeah, whatever,
This is coming?
whatever.
I don't have that sheet.
Page 2.
On the back, where you left it.
Whatever Lucas said.
C. 5 does not equal 7? I don't know if that's true. Tyler's looking at the system of equations. Looking at this system, you can see that there's no solution. He has two numbers. So can you think two different numbers?
3 plus 4.
That's true, isn't it? I agree with Tyler.
Unless they're two different equations.
I agree with Barack Obama.
They're the same equation, and they got different answers. And it's addition, so it can't change.
Lucas, you're dating
Do you agree,
Maggie?
Tyler, or Justin?
Wait, Lucas, so you're dating
Do you agree,
Maggie?
Justin? Why do you agree, Justin? Pardon?
Tommy, Lucas is hitting on Maggie. He drew.
This is so cringy. This is gonna go on YouTube. Logan, this video is going on YouTube.
I mean, he has like criminals, so.
I don't know where to sign yet.
I'm saying that.
Eighth grade, can someone tell me what a direct proportion is?
A proportion that is equally the same.
This proportion.
What would it mean if I told you that I haven't decided what numbers you have to do for homework, but it's directly or indirectly proportional to the amount of work you get done? What does that mean?
The whatever
That's
you
what
get, that's
the
equal
whole
to.
Direct.
Oh, come on.
The more talking and messing around you do, the more work you have to do for homework. So, yeah. We're gonna work through a couple of these together because I want you to practice both ways. So, I hope those of you at home can see this.
Mayonnaise?
I love men. Wait.
What?
Wait. That came out the wrong way. That came out the wrong way. I swear, I'm 100% straight. I like women.
We don't know you.
Fine to like men.
No, it's not.
Okay, so eighth graders.
Yes.
So this should we review. Y equals 4x minus 4, y equals negative x plus 6. Solve the following systems of equations by graphing. Okay. This one we're going to start at negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we started at negative 4, and this tells us to go up 4 over 1. Four can become 4 over 1. So we're going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Then you can take a straight edge, wherever you have near you. Notebook, folder, old Post-it.
That's nice.
Dirty. Okay, this one, y equals negative x plus 6. Plus 6 is our starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The slope, there's no number there, so you should recall that it's 1.
Would be negative 1.
So negative 1 over 1, down 1 over 1,
Oh yeah, because it's odd.
down 1 over 1. And the point where they intersect is the solution. The solution should be written in x comma y. So this is your solution right here where they intersect. 1, 2 over. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 comma 4. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. You feel good about that? Thumbs up, you're good to go. In the middle means yeah, but it needs to practice. Thumbs down is I'm still really confused.
Why?
All of these problems 1 through 8, you can do like that.
It is what it is.
Yes, you should do all of them. We're gonna wait. Stick with me.
Yeah, she didn't say it because there's just a negative x down and over. Well, make sure you go to the
Okay, 8th graders. Let's take a look at number 14. This is y equals 5 minus 0.6x and y equals negative 0.6x minus 50. Okay. The solutions ask us, the directions ask us for the following systems. Decide if there will be one solution, no solutions, or infinite many solutions. This one. It has the same slope
At different points.
and a different y-intercept. So this will have no solutions.
So, or anything that doesn't have a variable, but same slope for
Always parallel.
Yeah.
And they'll never come
and then different
So Luke, any come back to that thing you said over behind there? Any come back to what you said before?
What I say? Oh yeah, I like men. See, that was an accident. Like I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, nice coming out party, Luke.
I didn't mean it like that. I did.
What other way did you mean it?
What other way did I meant to like my best friends are men.
No.
because they're saying
I love
Because your dad.
It's either going to be the same exact.
I meant to in the way of like I love men, my best friends are men.
Have you ever kissed a guy?
Or neither will be.
I'm not gay, Brayden. I'm not gay. I am gross.
I mean, what I understand all the butt slapping.
I am so ungay.
Oh, great. Even more homework?
Oh, great.
Okay. Let's get to the next page.
I can't breathe. Brayden.
Solve the following system of equations by substitution. So this is what we just been doing. We're told that y equals 3x. So we can take that 3x and plug it in for y.
and then that would be correct.
3x plus 2 times 3x equals 9. I don't know if they can hear me on this, but I hope they can.
Wait, I don't.
So it equals 9, guys, from the math Miss Cummings
No,
just
Luke,
did.
you stop talking. You've been talking this whole time about who you like and who you don't like. I don't want you to start talking about my math class and trying to get them to pay attention. You've done enough to get us off attention. You can listen and work along. We got 3x, and then we have 2 times 3x. So this is going to be 6x.
Hey, we're not enough
It would be
focus.
9x though.
9x equals 9.
Oh no, it's just because of his glasses. I think he needs glasses. I can see it pretty good.
X equals 1. So once we know that x equals 1, oh, that's not.
I know it hurts my eyes. No, we just need, Jameson just needs glasses.
It's not. There we go. Perfect.
So it'd be 3.
And now we have y equals 3x. Y equals 1. X equals 1, so y equals 3 times 1.
Okay, so 1 over 1 comma 3.
So the solution is 1 comma 3.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, can we start? No.
Your homework tonight is all of these problems.
Oh yeah, let's go.
The whole packet?
Let's go. Let's go.
That's a lot of labor, baby.
What's that, like?
Why the whole thing? Let's go. Come on. It's such a
Jameson, 35 questions for me.
We have 1 minute left in class, dude.
It's only one labor assignment.
I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna do half of it and then like.
I mean, it only.
It could be 2, it could be 50, it's only 1.
Can this be due like on Friday? Where did my seat go?
Can this be due like never?
Can this be due next Monday? Can I have my desk back?
Can you not eat this?
I can't do this.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Why?
Need you to wait my time of the whole class. First of all, you got me punching me. You got loads of
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at us!
Hey, you can.
Let me see.
Are
you kidding me? What the hell? Look at me! Yo! I'm yelling at Oh my gosh! Okay, buddy.
You got pretty close forehead. In the corner. Look at me and me. No, hey, why don't you show it up? Once every show it up. So you got Brandon in the Fortnite, we've got Bethel playing songs. Then we got Tommy punching me. Then we've got Marissa yelling at Luke. Then we got Leah and her disabled girlfriend. We've got Logan working out. Who's Thomas? I worked out more than him.
Oh.
I worked out every other day.
We all care very much.
That's like you're like 4th grade.
I wanted to
Yeah, so like this is so